In this video, I'll show you the top 10 things to do in Valletta. The capital of Malta and one of the smallest but also most picturesque capital cities in Europe, Valletta is a truly special city to visit that, due to its sheer beauty and historical site, is itself a Unesco World Heritage Site, and despite its size is packed with lots of things to do. So I'll help you know how to make the most of your trip here. And for more tips and travel content, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. To start off your time in Valletta, there's no better place to check out than St John's Co-Cathedral. With such an unassuming exterior, you'd never guess that inside this church dedicated to John the Baptist in 1577 are richly decorated walls of gold, marble floor and a vault entirely covered of frescoes depicting the life of John the Baptist. Admission to this stunning cathedral is €15 for adults and €12 for children, which, although is still a reasonable price, there are plenty other beautiful churches that you can visit for free, like St Paul's Cathedral and St Dominic Basilica. Number 2, and somewhere else you can visit for free, is Upper Barrakka Gardens. One of the more tranquil spots in the capital of Malta, and a great place to enjoy a quick snack or take a break after lots of walking. Going to Upper Barrakka Gardens is definitely one of my favourite things to do in Valletta, and something I recommend. As well as a fountain and lots of greenery, there's also a great view out over the Grand Harbour of neighbouring areas, including somewhere I'm going to mention later in the video, so make sure you watch till the end to find out. Number 3, and something else you can do at both Upper and Lower Barrakka Gardens, but deserving of its own spot, is watching the Saluting Battery. One of the most popular tourist attractions in the whole of Malta, where history is brought to life daily. At noon and 4 PM every day, you can watch and hear the gun salutes being fired, something that has been upheld for almost 500 years after being first constructed by the Knights of St John in the 16th century. It's completely free to watch, but you can also join a guided tour for €5, and for children under 16 it's just €3. Next up is Fort St Elmo. Another important landmark built by the Knights of St John in 1552, also offering magnificent views of the Grand Harbour. As well as playing a big part in Malta's history itself, the fort also hosts the National War Museum, so if you're particularly interested in Malta's war history, then this is a place to visit, with so much to learn about the role Fort St Elmo played in the Great Siege, which lasted more than 30 days, and also World War II. Even if that's not of particular interest to you, the view over the sea from the fort is well worth experiencing too. Number 5. Explore the streets of Valletta. Soaking in all that war information, although interesting, can be a bit overwhelming. So taking a stroll along the streets of Valletta is the perfect activity to do after, or at any point really. An effortless mixture of ancient architecture and modern infrastructure, this pocket-sized capital city is truly a joy to walk around, with several points of interest like the Triton Fountain and popular spots like Republic Street, where there's a big local market every Sunday morning. And of course, like me, if all that walking makes you hungry or even a bit hangry, there are plenty of restaurants and cafes with terraces that have a view of Malta, including monuments that I'll mention soon. Next though is the National Museum of Archaeology. This small but fascinating museum is full of artifacts dating back to 5000 BC, including pottery, animal figurines, jewellery and the famous sleeping lady, which was brought to the museum from Hypogeum. If you're planning on visiting any of the prehistoric and megalithic temples in Malta and on the island of Gozo, then the National Museum of Archaeology is a must, as it will help you better understand their history. Tickets for the museum are very reasonably priced at €5 for adults, and the lowest price being €2.50 for children. Number 7 is the Grand Master's Palace. Built between the 16th and 18th century and officially known as the Palace, the Grand Master's Palace is an impressive site that includes a world-renowned armoury, intricately decorated marbled floors and painted ceilings, as well as a comprehensive visual narration of the earlier mentioned Great Siege, painted by Matteo Perez de Leccio. There's also a peaceful courtyard that you can walk along during your visit, which leads to 18th century Baroque ceiling paintings on the upper levels. Entry to the Grand Master's Palace ranges from €5 to €10. Next to do in Valletta is visit Teatro Manoel, a historical monument of immense cultural value and the most important performing arts theatre in Malta. It is also said to be one of the oldest theatres in Europe. Inside the small but pristine theatre, it is truly a sight to behold, with its gold painted detailing, impressive chandelier, and not to mention its perfect acoustics. The €5 entrance fee is well worth it just to look around, but I'd definitely recommend booking tickets to a show if there is one during your time in Valletta. If you get peckish, it's also a 6-minute walk from Sota Pinza Romana, where they have the best tiramisu I've ever tasted. And some very nice pizza too. Number 9. There can't be a video about Valletta without mentioning the beautiful Grand Harbour. Also known as the Port of Valletta, the Grand Harbour is one of the finest natural harbours in the Mediterranean and probably the island's greatest natural geographic asset. Although you can walk around and enjoy it from places like Lower Barrakka Gardens, there are also boat tours of and around the Grand Harbour that will help you to even better take in its beauty. Next up, and something else you can do from the Grand Harbour, is take a ferry. There are ferry journeys every day to popular locations like Sliema and even to Gozo Island, which I'll also be posting a top 10 video of, so make sure you look out for that. Something you can view from Upper Barrakka Gardens, and another popular ferry journey with locals and tourists is the Three Cities. A €2.80 round trip ferry journey will take you to Vittoriosa, Senglea and Cospicua, where you can take in more of Maltese culture and also get a great view of Valletta itself. It's also possible to opt for a traditional boat trip that lasts longer but is also a little more expensive. And that's the top 10 things that you can do in the city of Valletta. Drop a comment below if you found this video useful, or if there's anything else you think deserves a mention, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon like your life depends on it for more travel content.